He's ready to jump out of the cage and get somebody. I call this the Blair Witch Project. Take a good look here at Thomas Monson and George Bush. Take a good hard look at his handshake right there.
Oh, Sonic.
Can't see it. What is it?
Secret handshake.
Well, this is not True Ott's picture. This is Deseret News, the church's.
That's a new one on me.
Well, those that have been through the LDS Temple know it as one of the secret grips of the high initiates. I won't go into any detail, but a lot of good Mormons are offended by this picture. It creates quite a ruckus. There's no doubt what that is. Okay. Okay. I just put that as a picture in there because here's a good quote. It's by a guy named Blair Warren, a subliminal thought guru. He in his book, he said this quote: "People will do anything for those who encourage their dreams, justify their failures, allay their fears, confirm their suspicions, and help them throw rocks at their enemies." Now this is what Dr. John Hall in his book is all what he's talking about here. People will do anything for those who encourage their dreams, justify their failures, allay their fears, etc., etc. Make them feel better about themselves. This is what's going on. A new breed, Dr. John Hall's book, Satellite Terrorism in America. Well, it gets better. Here is people and places to watch, okay? And I can't say this strongly enough. This is Major General Albert N. Stubblebean III. Here, let me just go through, and this is his resume. Graduated from the U.S. Military Academy in West Point, served with distinction in the U.S. Army for 32 years. Starting his career as an armor officer, he had the opportunity to command troops frequently at every echelon of command. He was tasked with reevaluating the North Korean order of battle using top-secret reconnaissance data. He was so intrigued with the new intelligence capabilities in the Korean conflict that he transferred branches to join the recently formed intelligence branch of the U.S. Army. He attended the National War College and commanded a series of highly specialized units within the intelligence branch. Oh yes, indeed. Highly specialized units. He pioneered many of the innovations so successfully used in the First Gulf War. Remember what we talked about that? He pioneered them. His commands as a general officer included the U.S. Army Intelligence Center and School, also known as INSCOM. INSCOM, that's where that Silent Weapons for Quiet War document came from. This is the guy that was in charge of that. The Army's Electronic Research and Development Command and the U.S. Army Intelligence and Security Command. While on active duty, he redesigned the intelligence architecture of the United States Army, for which he was honored with induction to the Intelligence Hall of Fame, and also restructured the Army Intelligence Training Curriculum. Upon retirement, he served as the Vice President for the Intelligence at BDM, it's a private contractor company, and ran his own consulting firm. With his wife, Rima E. Leibau, MD, General Stubblebean has been engaged in pioneering research, get this, on the use of frequency in medicine and national security. Medicine and national security together? Are you with me? And is one of the two designers of AEGIS, A-E-G-I-S, a major homeland security private initiative. How many of you here has heard of AEGIS before? Where is this coming from? This is not my writing. This is right directly off the website from Canadian Submarine Technologies, Inc. The website is www.canadiansub.com. He's on the board of directors of Canadian Submarine. They're designing AEGIS, ladies and gentlemen. A-E-G-I-S. AEGIS. What is it? What exactly is Aegis Blue? If I'm working correctly, okay? This is the research and engineering arm. It's a little bit blurry, a slide, I apologize. This is the one wing on the side of it. This is on a 10-acre complex, ladies and gentlemen, 10 acres. Keep these statistics in your mind. This is on the other side of the wing looking out at the supercomputer center. Now, notice they have receivers as well as transmitters. These are these geodesic dome-looking balls. They're constantly sending out signals and receiving them from satellite transmissions. Remember that movie, The Enemy of the State, with Will Smith and Hackman? The technology portrayed in that movie was 1970s technology with the satellites. Okay. Today, at this facility, worldwide cell phone communications and landline communications, if the word Israel, Jew, terrorist, or a whole series of catchwords, the computer scans them, and all the telecommunications of the world are circuited through the Tel Aviv, Israel supercomputer and sent into satellite to the NSA here. There's a sister computer in Tel Aviv and the one matching here. So anytime somebody says a word like that on your phone, you will be picked up in the NSA's banks. And
so everybody in the nation got the cell phone and said those words at the same time, you drive crazy.
Well, possibly, yeah. That's devious. But not only the U.S., but I'm talking the world.
Yeah,
well, we have NSA coming to town.
Yeah, La Belle. Well, we do?
Darn right.
You, I'm glad somebody's awake.
A
Yeah.
great big complex is going out just south of town. here.
That's what we're here to talk about.
That's what
All
I
right.
thought.
That's what we're talking about. Army INSCOM headquarters. Remember General Stubblebee? INSCOM, this is their headquarters. Well, you know, in the parking lots of the NSA, there's warning signs. Controlled area, parking lots are under video surveillance and patrolled by what? Did you know the U.S. government had its own police force? I didn't know that. U.S. government police. And I can't quite, this is hard to read. I've got a better copy of it. It's basically saying you're under surveillance here, which it lists what the video surveillance is. It's audio surveillance. Everything you're saying when you're in the parking lot is fair game. Everything. They're monitoring everything when you're on their premises. This is 10 acres, consuming 3 megawatts of power from the surrounding power grid. Now, this is an aerial view of the Fort Meade, Maryland complex. Right there. Covers 8 areas with many layers underground. Consumes a large amount of electricity, 3 megawatts daily, they told me. Houses perhaps the world's most complex what's called Cray computer, which can eavesdrop on all electronic media, including emails. That's the capability, and that's how powerful that computer is. Now, let's talk about Data Center Utah. And tell me if we should be concerned or not. Maybe I'm just a little paranoid, I don't know. But let's talk about it, shall we? Not 8 acres, 200 acres. 200 acres of Camp Williams. Camp Williams, those of you who don't know, is right by the point of the mountain, just south of the Utah State Prison, right? And that complex south and west of Point of the Mountain, that's basically where Camp Williams sprawls out to. So this super data center will be 200 acres. Wow. According to the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, who's overseeing the building of this monstrosity, the new facility will cost $2 billion. It will be over 1 million square feet of building space. 1 million square feet of building space. Can you wrap your minds around that? That's just what's in the government accounting office allocations, $2 billion. Keep in mind the NSA has many, many billions of black ops budget money available to them as well. It will house, again, this is according to the Associated Press story that came out in the Washington Post and also picked up by the Deseret News. Just go onto your web browser and Google up